So what's the assessment this morning of what we're waiting to hear on the UK side of things, and how safe the Chancellor's position is?
Well, good morning. You heard from the House of Commons yesterday, Keir Starmer not giving that backing to Rachel Reeves, but then things progressed as ever in UK politics very quickly, and by the end of the day last night, Starmer was out talking to the BBC, giving a lengthy interview in which he was really effusive about their partnership, talking about them being in lockstep and giving a really seemed like a cast iron guarantee that the Chancellor would be in position for a very long time. I think he said past the next election. He thinks along the lines of we work together, we think together, those sort of things. So he's really tethered the two of them together this morning. That, I think, has helped bring back those gilt yields and calm things a little bit. But the missing piece of this, of course, is that we haven't heard from Rachel Reeves at all since then. She wasn't up at the dispatch box yesterday. She was observing and obviously upset. And we haven't heard a reason from her as to why this was. And Starmer diplomatically and, of course, very politely refused to go into any further detail.
Yeah, really interesting. In that interview he gave late last night, then, Guy, he was saying, no, this is a team that really is working together, unlike other teams that we've known in the past, where the Chancellor and the Prime Minister haven't always. I won't name any names, but obviously referencing some Labour Party history there, it would seem.
It feels like he was told to say those things by the gilt market, effectively. Is that the narrative? Do you think Rachel Reeves would be still in position if the gilt market hadn't done what it did yesterday? How sensitive is this government in the long shadow of Liz Truss to what happens in bond markets?
Well, clearly UK assets are vulnerable in the shadow of Liz Truss. If you would cast your mind back, we had that slightly incredible period where it takes a lot to remove a Chancellor, but for a period of a year or so, we went through a basket full of them very, very quickly.
Is that the collective now?
The collective now for
there are others, I assure you.
Basket full of Chancellors, like an inflation basket. But the Reeves and Starmer have been, until now, really close together. You've not been able to put anything between them. She's, of course, been trying to push through these spending cuts in order to try and improve the country's fiscal position. She's got all these factors weighing on her freedom to raise money. How is economic growth doing? Not as well as they hoped. Fiscal rules that restrain borrowing, and of course, then unable to get the Labour Party backbenchers to approve £5 billion in welfare benefit cuts. So she's in a bit of a bind. That's a difficult position professionally and politically for someone to be in, but we remain in the dark as to whether that was the cause of what they saw yesterday. But markets were clearly unnerved. It didn't take much, as many analysts said, indeed. Whatever the underlying reason, they were a bit becalmed before that happened, but it didn't take much to upset markets in that context.